So it was a Friday night, I'm assuming. I don't really remember exactly what night it was, but we were having a party at the baseball house, and some of the freshman football guys knew Shelby, Kelsey, the volleyball girls, and kind of ran together. And I hadn't been looking at her from afar for a couple weeks, but kind of thought she looked like a chick from our high school. And so Carson, my cousin, was one of the football players, and he introduced us to each other. And I went up to her with a picture of this other girl and said, "Hey, I think you can look like this chick." And then I met at the baseball house that day and kind of met up later as things progressed. So early on, Shelby was playing pretty hard to get, and I recall another night at the baseball house where we all kind of had to dress up or whatnot, and we kind of weren't like around each other, kind of dancing amongst each other, but not like with each other. And we're outside the beer pong table, and I kind of went up to her and I was like, "Hey, can I take you on a date?" And she's kind of like, "Well, I think I'd rather have you make me something." And so I was like, "Perfect, I know the perfect dish. I'll make it for you. You come over to the house, I'll make it, and we'll just kind of hang out that night." And so I would say I made the first move off that, asking her out to dinner. I feel like we've got like a running resemblance of location here, but at the baseball house one night, just kind of got crazy drunk, and Shelby was flashing those big green eyes at me, and she was getting ready to leave, and I kind of lost track of her for a second as she was leaving, and then I just kind of like looked out the back of the house, and her and her friends were walking away, so I yelled at her and I told her to come back. And like right outside on the backside of this house, there was like a broken out window. And I like pulled her around to this broken out window and just basically just went in for it and kissed her and kind of bit her lip a little bit. She always talks about that, but that's the first kiss. All right, so I'd like to say these voluptuous muscles, but I know that's not true. Honestly, I'd maybe say honesty and kind of how much I push her a little bit. I don't have a real hard set answer to this, but I'd say probably honesty and my hard working toward our relationship. I feel like this is way too easy of a question, but Red Bull vodka. Sugar-free though. So I feel like her palate has changed a ton over the years, but I feel like if we're talking currently, it would probably be a vodka soda with lime. I would say our favorite thing to do together is probably go to Blue Sushi, a happy hour. I know we've had a lot of tasks around the house lately that have kind of condensed our weekends of traveling a lot, but as of late, kind of seems like kind of going out to dinner is our togetherness point, other than hanging out in the new house. Well, the first date, there's not many places you can go in Maryville, so we went to Applebee's, and Shelby had Alfredo sauce all over the front of her shirt that night, and I never said anything about it, but that was like one of the cutest first dates I ever went on. We had this conversation kind of early on, just kind of fun talking to each other about it, but I'm pretty sure we're pretty square on 3 kids. I don't know if I can handle any more than that. I feel like it's just so fitting, but I think the first thing that I recall her saying was, "I was wondering why you were being so weird." Because I just remember trying to like think of something cool and sweet to say and talk about the mountains and how it's the highest focal point of our lives, and Shelby's just like, "Let's get this freaking picture taken." And so, after I finally, got down on one knee and asked her to marry me, yes was the first thing, but she was definitely asking why I was being so weird. I would say the most attractive thing about Shelby is definitely her personality. She's not willing to let anybody go before herself. Like, she's always worried about making everybody else happy. I cherish that because it's one of the things that I feel like I can work on. But for sure, she's a people person, and I think that's why she has such good, long-lasting relationships. So definitely her personality. I think they want, like, I don't know if it's one piece of clothing, but I have like a couple of shirts from college that are all baseball pun related shirts, and I'm pretty sure like one's like I'd tamp that, or something about catching strikes. I don't know, stupid stuff that I thought was funny back in the day. But I would probably say some of those T-shirts that I had back in college from the baseball days. So I'd say the one thing that probably annoys her the most is like when she's doing something and I kind of like critique her on it a little bit, like, or if I have one way of doing it and she has a way of doing it, and I'm kind of like, well, maybe you should try it this way. And she kind of, it's the OCD thing. Mostly on cleaning. I guess it would kind of be in relation to the previous question, but she just sometimes does things too fast, just rather than like slowing down a little bit, paying attention to detail. Yeah, I think that's a good answer, I guess. I don't know. I think it's very clear who Paisley loves me. The perfect wife is one who is willing to grow with me through the years and kind of build our family and our beliefs, and just kind of roll with the punches and always love each other as much as we possibly can. I can't really say there's one thing that Shelby ever did, but the way that my family just completely like overwhelmingly brought her in, like there was no question when she came to town. One of the first times that my family was like, I'm not so sure you could do much better than that. So I would totally say everything that family has said and done with her around, and also her family as well, that's something that definitely made me love her, was all the people that surrounded us.